Hey everyone, today I want to make a video on how to use and terminate and, I want to show you how to use and strip MC cable, BX cable. There's a couple videos on YouTube, but they're not the greatest. Mine won't be that great either. But I just want you to go ahead and, I just want to go ahead and show you how to terminate this cable, how to properly use it when you go into a box, how to staple it, how to secure the wire to the board, and also how to bring it into a box. The special tool you'll need for this is the tool you especially need is a roto zip. I have seen some guys, the other common way is using a hacksaw. What you do is you take a hacksaw, you cut it one way, and you turn it, and then turn the hacksaw, cut it this way, and then strip it. That's a risky idea because you can easily nick the conductors on the inside, so that's not really safe. The tool that you want to use that's designed for this purpose is what's called a roto split. It's invented by Southwire. I know Klein makes one. I believe the name for it is called a MC ripper. It's like an NM cable ripper, but basically it has a blade in here, and you would lay the cable in the track. And when you press down and clamp it down, when you twist this, it'll cut the insulation safely without actually nicking the conductors on the inside. This is the tool you want to get. It's around $30, so it's not it's not super cheap. However, it's what you want to get. Now, why would you want to use MC? Commercial and residential. If you're going to a place where it's exposed, usually if maybe you're adding outlets in a finished garage, you want to go ahead and use EMT just because this is not really the nicest looking for EMT, but Kodo thinks okay. If you're in a tight spot and EMT is really difficult to use, this is used all the time. Because just how it's flexible it is, I can go ahead and I can make crazy, it's almost like Romex. I have seen some guys, what they'll do is take a zip tie and they'll zip tie it around, EMT. Yes, it's okay, but it's not really a preferred method. Plus it's hard because if the electrician did it properly, you can't get your finger behind. You can't get a zip tie underneath that to zip tie or secure the MC. So best way is you can use a strap. They make a strap for this. What I do, I'll get 1/2-inch EMT clamps and I'll zip tie the strap, run the wire underneath it, and I can zip tie it, or I can just use a Romex staple it down. That's also acceptable. Zip ties, anything that is actually classified by the NEC to be used properly. So we're gonna go ahead and add an outlet down here. We're gonna come out of this box and we'll put an outlet down here. Now, whenever you come into a metal box, it needs to be the cable or EMT or whatever you're using has to be supported by connectors. There is a number of MCBX connectors that you can get. The most common one I've seen that looks like almost like an EMT connector, and I'll show you that. I'm going to be using a duplex connector because this is the only one I have on hand. What a duplex... Blooper. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Alright, whatever. Alright, I'll bring it closer, guys, so you can see. An EMT, a duplex connector has two plugs where you can put two cables under in the connector. Alright, and if you come over here with me, this is what your standard MC connector is going to look like, right? It looks like an EMT connector, but there's a set screw in the bottom. There's a screw that clamps so the chassis or the cable is bonded to whatever it's connected to. So as you can look on the inside, I'm sorry if I can zoom in here. My torch on. Alright, you can actually see. Alright, that's the bushing. There's also a spot where the connector has this thing where you can't push it any further. So if you push it further, it can cause problems. See, this is another type connector. It's called a combination connector. It looks like a Romex connector, but no, it's for BX. Because if you look on this inside, it has that special stopper that stops the MC from going up higher than where it's supposed to be. Hi guys, so I came back to my spot and I found my other connector. So strip MC, I hope you can see this. How to use the MC connector. MC stripper. Alright, I'm going to come a little bit closer so you guys can see this here. Alright, you want about 8 inches coming out. So we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to do around 8 inches there. Alright, you can actually tighten the set screw down so it holds the cable in place. Squeeze it and turn clockwise. Keep turning and turning until you feel that it's free. Alright, once you did that, when I did this, it took me a couple tries to get used to it. You'll see that it made a cut in the sheathing. So I'm gonna go ahead and twist until it just comes out. I did not do that properly, so I'm gonna take a little bit off more. This is the best thing about MC. You want to cut off little at first, and then you'll just keep doing more and more when you're later. Because you don't want to, this stuff's expensive. You don't want to waste a whole lot of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. Keeps turning, and now it's really, I can feel it. So I rip this off. So it comes off. I can just kind of estimate, however I want, just a little bit more. Once you get used to it, you can go really fast like that. Just like that. Alright. You took the sheathing off your MC. Now, it's covered in this plastic. Alright? Kind of knows it. It's wrapped all the way around. So you may have to get a pair of dikes. Or there you go. I can kind of just get it started there. And just kind of turn like that. And you'll notice. Alright, there you go. See how it came off like that? And then we can do. Take a pair of dial cutters. Dikes. And just carefully cut off the excess plastic. Alright, it's not done yet. You didn't prepare it yet. Next thing you need a bushing, an anti-short bushing. They come in a variety of sizes. This one I got from, this is a little too big. So again, you can always trim it to what you need to do. So if you get the right size, which I didn't, it'll just slip on. But if you didn't get the right size, like I did, you can take your diamond cutters and just kind of trim the bushing until you get the right size, and then you'll just wrap it around. Alright, now, get that in. You never want to forget this step. Absolutely crucial you don't forget this step. Because that edge there is extremely sharp, and it will nick the wire when you clamp it down. There we go. So, that's how it should look like. Spill my water. Alright, you have your you got the red bushing in there. It's going to protect the conductors from getting nicked. Now, it all depends on what. Now, by the way, this is off. Alright, it's not. That's what I'm going to tie into. I'm not going to really tie into here. I'm just going to show you how it's done. Once you have this, once you have your wire, alright, fold this out of my way, put it in the clamp, whatever connector you have. Alright, we're going to loosen this up a little bit. Once it's loosened up almost all the way, not all the way because it will fall apart the connector on you, but push it up hard, not that far. Now, if you have a, the single connector, which I don't, you will feel that it stops, like just around there if you get it right. It's going to stop because it has a little protection in there, a little protector in there. And then you want to do is just kind of draw it in, and you're going to feel it'll stop, and a little bit more. You want to make sure it's nice and tight because some armor cables, all they'll have is a bare ground in the inside. And it's actually, the bare ground is actually wrapped around the armor. So you want to make sure that's this is clamped down tight. So it's grounded. Excuse me. just like it is. And as you can see, I'm done. That's it. I'll go ahead and I can tie in my thing, but now next thing, before I pause the video, I'm going to show you how to secure it. Like I said, you can secure it any way you want to. You can use staples. I prefer to use straps. So what I'll go ahead and get is a cable strap. This is a 1/2 inch EMT strap. I believe they make them for BX, but I just have one on hand with me. So go ahead and lay it against the wire. I need to grab a sheetrock screw. Give me a moment. Alright, have my screw here. My screw gun. Now, you have to have this cable secured within 12 inches of the box. I like to do 6 because it's even more secure. So there you go, guys. That is how you take BX into a box. Hope that helped.